Greetings, citizens of the world. Rather than keeping the focus on the victims of the terrible Las Vegas shooting, many Democrats are seizing the opportunity to push for gun control. Senator Chris Murphy, DCT, is not only among those calling for gun control, he's taken it one step further. While the victims are still being mourned, he's looking to pass a bill for gun control. On Monday, the day after more than 50 people were killed, Senator Murphy announced he wanted to introduce a new bill that would strengthen background checks for individuals looking to purchase guns. Murphy admits this gun control measure would not have prevented the Las Vegas massacre, considering Paddock had no criminal record and has already passed background checks, but believes that shouldn't matter. According to Murphy, we can't get caught in the trap of only advocating legislation that addressed yesterday's shooting. The fact is, 80 other people died from guns yesterday, and stronger background checks laws should have saved many of them. Murphy isn't alone in using the tragedy to further his political aims. According to Fox News, Hillary Clinton used her response to the tragedy to attack the NRA. Las Vegas, we are grieving with you, the victims, those who lost loved ones, the responders, and all affected by this cold-blooded massacre. The crowd fled at the sound of gunshots. Imagine the deaths if the shooter had a silencer, which the NRA wants to make easier to get. She was rightly criticized for her claims as not only exploitative but ignorant of how firearms work. According to Dana Loesch, an NRA spokeswoman, a silencer, or more accurately known as a suppressor, wouldn't have eliminated the noise of gunfire on Sunday. Suppressors only reduce by a few decibels, still same decibel level as a jackhammer. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders criticized the statement, saying the blame should be on the shooter. I think before we start trying to talk about the preventions of what took place last night, we need to know more facts, and right now we're simply not at that point. It is very easy for Mrs. Clinton to criticize and to come out, but I think we need to remember the only person with blood on their hands is that of the shooter, and this isn't a time for us to go after individuals or organizations. I think we can have those policy conversations, but today is not that day. According to the Huffington Post, Sean Hannity was deeply upset by Democrats like Murphy and Clinton politicizing the tragedy in an absolutely despicable display. He went on to call such talk shameful, exploitative, and pathetic. Senator Chris Murphy, DCT, is looking to pass a bill for gun control. Is it just too soon? Is it just too soon to resume the tired debate about gun control? His words were deeply condemning to the left, who sought to politicize the deadliest shooting in U.S. history while taking the focus away from the victims. Bodies weren't even in the morgue yet. Parents were in hospitals with their kids who were hanging on to life. None of this mattered to the left in this country, Hannity noted. Indeed, the fact that Murphy's bill would have had zero impact on this recent tragedy does seem to suggest that he was simply taking advantage of people's emotions to drum up support. It's disgusting that the left would be so selfish to draw the attention and support away from the victims of this terrible event and use it to push their agendas and attack organizations they oppose. Instead of the political bantering and bartering, Americans need